Someone's giving me some shit on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, some fucking guy just messaged me. So I'm sending a very nice message back, even though he is being very rude. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm almost done with this. Hold on. Almost done. It's wildly misconstrued. I'm using words I never used to. Respect for you, your wife and your daughter, but I don't appreciate the gross accusation.
Change gross to grotesque.
Ooh, yes,
Grotesque
grotesque.
accusation.
I like that. I like that. Grotesque accusation. Yeah. We're getting somewhere. And I hope nothing but the best for you and your family. Fucking boom, dude. Sorry, bud. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Episode 25. We've made it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babies.
So, how's 25 at this point?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I am gonna be 25 at this point. It still feels like 24.
It feels like I was just 24.
Yeah. I just today I found out my got this app where you can check your birth sign.
Oh yeah,
and like your moon sign and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it was with this girl and she was like reading all of it. She was like, ooh.
Oh, your diagnosis isn't great.
I'm like, oh my god, dude. Every single time I was on a Tinder date once and this girl was like, what's your sign? I was like, I'm a Cancer. She's like, this isn't gonna work out.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, I'm a Taurus, but when's your birthday?
Oh, that's gonna make it even worse.
Yeah, you're digging a hole.
I'm like, what are you? She's like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm like, oh, that means you're a bitch. I'm just kidding.
Welcome to History of Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, your secret public movie club. We have made it to episode 25, and we are as excited as you are. I'm going to start off this episode with a follow-up of one of the earlier stories we had. We have a cast now for Cocaine Bear, the Elizabeth Banks project. Have you seen the cast yet that was announced?
Oh, I did not. I'm not a fan. I remember you and I talking about this though, and we both agreeing that we're not fans of Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, that was
directing.
an interesting choice. But I mean, hey, it's not written by her or anything. I think she wrote Charlie's Angels or was one of the writers on Charlie's Angels.
Let's not talk about Charlie's Angels. I think that's best to just leave that to where it was.
So we got a writer and a cast now for this Cocaine Bear, which is Phil Lord, Chris Miller produced project. We got Ray Liotta, Carrie Russell,
nice,
Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo in the prequel movie.
Oh, dude, thank God he's doing something else.
I know he's coming back. O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Good.
coming back, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family. It seems like an okay cast. I like Alden Ehrenreich. I think that's a good. I forgot what his name is. The guy who actually stole all the money from, but I think he's gonna have a mustache. And Phil Lord and Chris Miller worked with Alden for a little bit, right? With Solo, because they were attached to Solo. So that's probably why they wanted to work with him again. Be like, let's have a better relationship and work again together, which I think is cool.
I think Carrie Russell was in Solo as well.
She was. Or no.
Yeah,
she
was
like a later part. She was in the later Star Wars, the last Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah. So, oh yes, that's right. She played Oscar Isaac's weird thing.
Weird thing. Yeah.
Made no sense. We didn't need it, but hey.
I like that cast.
Yeah, no, that's a good cast. It's so funny. I have from when we were talking about this forever ago, for some reason I have a picture downloaded and it's like on my screen of the guy.
Oh yeah, because I sent that to you and it just took forever to download. You're like, I'll get it eventually. Oh yeah, because we were trying to come up with casting for it.
Yeah, I could see Alden Ehrenreich having a mustache cool. And I'm glad that he should, because man, like he needs to get back out there, because he was in oh shit, what was it called? Hail Caesar.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't a fan of that movie, but goddamn,
what is the line he's trying to say again?
Whether it's were so simple.
Whether it's were so simple. Yeah, you just couldn't.
Whether it's were so simple. Whether it's were so simple. Whether it's were. Dude, no, he's so fucking funny in that. Yeah, no, he's absolutely fantastic in that movie.
Did we talk about the writer of this movie? Because this writer hasn't done much. He's only written the Babysitter sequel, the Killer Queen one, on Netflix.
Oh no,
that's all he's written. So it's like, oh, that's all he's credited for, at least on IMDb. It might be not updated, but he might have wrote the first one too. But yeah, this is only his second project, which is interesting. His name's Jimmy Warden.
Did you like either of the Babysitter movies?
I liked the first one in the way, like, it was fun, and I liked the way it looked. The second one didn't make sense much. I like the way they look. They have good production design, but the stories themselves
I hate
are kind of weak.
Yeah, I hate McG. I really, really, really do not like McG.
Oh yeah, McG. He's
anybody that calls themselves McG, just I don't know if I trust you. But yeah, I mean, you can't really judge. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Babysitter 2 as well had like fucking like 6 screenwriters, so it's kind of hard to judge off of that quite yet. But that is a weak start.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how that could go. It's hard to do that. Well, judge it if he has nothing to judge.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But that's cool.
Is
that's
there
cool.
anything,
I mean, like,
any
I'm
new
still
information?
very.
Nope, there's not. Oh, they're shooting it in they're shooting it in, where was it? Australia? Or no, Ireland. They're shooting it in Ireland. Doesn't it take place in like Portland or something?
I think so. That's why Oregon? It's very weird that they're
shooting it all the way. Wow.
It's so weird how movie productions do that. I mean, like, it's understandable because like they like, you know, it's a lot easier to film outside of America than it is to shoot.
Yeah, it's probably more expensive. Yeah,
but it still makes no sense how, like, there's, if your movie's set in Portland, why are you going to like fucking New Zealand or some shit? It looks just nothing like Portland. You guys have to. I feel like you would have to put in more money to try to make it look like Portland.
Dress it up like it. That's
instead of just fucking coughing up the money to just go Portland.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. Probably because it's all, I don't know why. Maybe it's all open and it's just, I don't know.
There has to be other little aspects to it. But yeah, no, I'm very interested. I really, really like I said before, not a fan of Elizabeth Banks's directing, but
so far.
Yeah, because so far she's only done Pitch Perfect 2 and Charlie's Angels, right?
Yes. Or was it Pitch Perfect 3? It was 2, right?
I think it was the second one. You know what?
Is there a Pitch Perfect 3?
There was a third one. That's what I was. I forgot that there was a third one.
Pitch Perfect 1, 2. Yeah, there's 3. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so that started production. Hopefully some cool stuff comes out of that. Let's see. I got another story here. Blumhouse is making another classic. They're bringing another classic out, which is interesting. They're doing another Exorcist project, and the way that they pitched it was that it's going to be a direct sequel to the first one, just like Halloween was, their new Halloween with Jamie Foxx, but it's Jamie Lee Curtis. So they're going to try to do that with the Exorcist series, which I've never seen The Exorcist. I've only seen one scene of The Exorcist, which was that scene where her head spins around. My mom made me watch that over and over until I wasn't scared about it anymore. It was pretty scarring, actually, but I was like crying, and she would just play the YouTube video again. She's like, look, it's just a movie. And then she would like show me the steam coming out of the neck and stuff. So I was like, okay. And I think that's kind of what made me want to do movies a little bit too, subconsciously. Cause I was like, oh, it's not real. And they made it look real. So then I like kind of learned how they did movies a little bit. And I was like, there's a difference between reality and movies. That's cool. Mm-hmm. But I remember that very, very vividly because it was scarring.
Yeah. Dude, there's been a lot of Exorcist movies, haven't there?
Probably. Yeah. I think there's like almost 5, maybe.
Yeah, I know it's not like a crazy number like the Saw movies or the Halloween movies, especially the Halloween movies. Oh my God, I think there's so many of those.
I think there's 5. There's Exorcist, Exorcist 2, The Heretic, Exorcist 3, Exorcist the Beginning, and Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one, and I don't think I've ever like really finished it. I think I've only seen it like on TV. I've never like watched it, but it was like on AMC or something, so it still had it just didn't have cursing.
Is Max
So
von
it was pretty.
Sydow in the first one?
Oh yeah, oh, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I think he's in all of them, isn't he?
He's the Exorcist.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm pretty sure
I think he is.
he's in all of them.
Oh yeah. He's the expert, I guess. Cool. Well, yeah, I will have to watch The Exorcist eventually because it is a movie that is what's it called? An Academy Award winning movie. So
Was it a it was an Academy Award.
first screenplay, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, best
Yeah,
adapted screenplay.
yeah, that was one of those movies too where like had like one of those curses, right?
I think so. I know for sure one of them was what's that one movie? Poltergeist, right? That one was
Yeah, Poltergeist was
super
especially
cursed.
super cursed because they actually it's so funny. The entire movie is about this house being above a Indian burial ground. And what do they do in real life? They shoot it in real burial ground,
Yeah.
and don't
And
tell the
they didn't
actors.
pay any of the skeletons their money. That's why they're angry.
They
Unpaid
want their
work is no
checks.
fun.
They saw what Casper was getting. They're like, "What the fuck?"
He got his own movie and everything, and we just gotta sit here.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
funny.
nice, man. So, do they have a release date for that, or is it just or anybody
No, it's just
set up to direct?
it's not yet. They just announced that they
Uh,
are putting it together, and I think Jason Blum came out with a statement about it. He said it's going to be like David's Halloween sequel. David Gordon, who did Halloween with
mhm.
what's his name? Danny McBride. They
Game
both wrote it,
McBride.
which is cool. I think it's going to be
Oh
pleasantly
yeah.
surprised. I think it's going to pleasantly surprise all the skeptics out there. And we had a lot of skeptics about Halloween, and David turned them out around. And I think he's going to turn it around with The Exorcist. Oh, so it's David is doing it. I think
Oh, interesting.
because that's
Okay.
that's what it
Okay.
sounds like with
So I
both that
guess
I've
he's
been
just gonna.
seeing. Yeah, they're just gonna hand him off that one too. Jason Blum also said that I love to do these kinds of movies because people are very emotional about it. I like to piss people off. I think it's a
Hmm.
high bar and it's a high challenge to do this movie. Remember, most of the audience coming to this 95% of the audience who will, if we do our jobs right, will come to see this movie. Will not have to will not have seen the first Exorcist or even heard of it. I want to make a movie that works for both audiences, and I want to make a movie that people that know and love the first Exorcist and are furious that we're doing this, but somehow drag themselves to the theater. I want them to come out happy. I want to make a movie that people who never heard of The Exorcist really enjoy. I think David did that with Halloween, and he'll do that with The Exorcist also. So yeah, it's David Gordon. That'd be
Huh.
cool. That'd be cool. What if he got another comedian instead of Danny McBride to do the movie with him? Just like what? Like who else
Probably
would?
will. I mean, it seems like the Blumhouse guys are going that this weird route where they're getting like these unorthodox directors and people to star in them and shit.
Yeah.
I I mean David Gordon Green is I've always liked him as a director because he's done so many different things.
Mhm.
Um, but seeing him like do like these horror movies now, it's like it's so weird to me.
Mhm.
Like that's what I was thinking the entire time I was watching Halloween. Like it's good, like I liked it, but the entire time I was like, man, this is just weird. It's
Yeah.
directed by the
It's
guy who did Pineapple
genre bending.
Express.
He
Yeah,
directed Pineapple Express. I still haven't seen that. I know he did a show called Vice Principals, which I
that's
liked.
great.
That
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was a
show.
great show. It was a fucked up show. That was great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, he also did Your Highness and The Sitter. Like
Oh
he was,
wow.
dude. Yeah, no, he once he did Pineapple Express. That's why it's so funny. He always does this. Where at first he was like a indie director. He's doing all these little dramas,
Mhm.
and then he did Pineapple Express, and then he became the comedy director. You know,
Mhm.
he did Your Highness, and then The Sitter. But those movies bombed, so he went back to doing indie movies, and everyone was like, he's very prestigious, and now he's doing horror. He's back to the studio just doing horror. So it's like really like it's crazy. Like I've never really like seen a director do so many weird turns like that.
Mhm. Oh, he also directed a show I watched called Raven's Banquet or Mythic Quest. It's a Rob McEnley's show from
Yeah,
Sunny.
yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
Uh,
I like it a lot. He did the pilot in a couple episodes.
oh, interesting. My brother's wife tells me to watch that all the time.
I like the first season a lot. Second season kind of drags, but it's pretty good. I'm seeing here now that David Gordon Green's also directing the Hellraiser TV series.
What the hell?
Yeah, they just want him to do horror now.
It's
Interesting.
so weird, right? It's really weird.
Oh yeah, he did
It's
Eastbound
really,
and
really
Down.
weird.
That's a show I need to watch.
Eastbound and Down is great.
Oh wait, hold on. Undertow. He directed a movie that my film teacher wrote that we watched in school. I didn't know it was David Gordon Green. It's called Undertow.
Oh, nice.
My old film teacher Joe Conway wrote that movie, and he showed it to us, and it was pretty gross, but it's pretty good actually. I remember him he told us about this one scene about it has Jamie Bell, and I think Jamie Bell's character like falls on top of like jumps on top of a piece of wood, and a giant nail goes through his foot, and he like has this thing nailed to the bottom of his foot for like most of the movie and stuff. It's pretty insane actually.
I'm good.
Wow, that's cool.
Josh Lucas is in that too.
Yes, Josh Lucas.
Love Josh. Dude, I miss Josh Lucas.
I think he's in the Forever Purge right now in theaters.
Oh God, man. That's where his career's going.
He's in the Forever Purge right now. And he was in the Secret sequel, The Secret Dare to Dream.
No, Josh.
Came out last year.
Josh.
It's the power of positive thinking.
Go back to doing a Sweet Home Alabama.
I think is that Josh Lucas? I don't know if it is. There's this movie that we might talk about later that I think he might be in, but it might be someone else who looks like him. What year was that? 2005? Oh, he was in Poseidon. I like that one.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite remake. Yeah, it's one of my favorite bad movies.
Fergie's in that.
Yeah, dude, that's right.
She's just the performer in the room. That's funny.
That was the movie too that kind of stopped Kurt Russell from acting for a while.
Yeah, but then everyone realized he's Kurt Russell. He can't stop him.
Well, then he became Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's his big thing. But I think Quentin Tarantino brought him back as that stunt man. And so they're like, oh, okay, he's back, I guess.
And he randomly fucking narrated the second half of the movie.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, he became a Quentin Tarantino collaborator. So that'll always keep you relevant.
Oh yeah, he was in The Hateful Eight too.
Yeah. He destroyed an iconic like old guitar. Like they forgot to replace the guitar with a fake guitar, and they used like an old vintage guitar that was like almost half the budget of the movie or something.
Oh no way.
Yeah, the scene where he destroys it. Yeah. That's why Jennifer, what is her name? Jennifer Jason Leigh or something. She like her reaction was like, "Oh my god, like that's the real guitar he destroyed in the movie." So it's pretty funny.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. Yeah, no, he's brutal in that movie. He's like John Wayne if he was more racist.
Yeah. Isn't it? Have you heard about what's it called? Walt Disney's dying words being Kurt Russell.
Yeah, no, he wrote it down.
I wonder what that means.
Yeah, there are a lot of weird theories about it.
Interesting.
But one of them is like I think Kurt Russell was he was like in the Mickey Mouse Club or something like that. And he was like, yeah, like right before he died, he was like saying like we need to get this kid like a 5-picture deal or whatever.
You're still working.
Yeah, I'm on the deathbed, but dude, check it out. We need this kid, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
But he was also very anti-Semitic, so Disney's weird.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe he thought that Kurt Russell was Jewish, and he was like, no, don't hire him. I'm telling you to kill him.
Yeah, it's a hit list. It was the last of his hit list.
Yeah, I'm going for Kurt Russell, Harvey Fierstein.
Let's see.
I wonder if Kurt Russell's Jewish.
You're like, I'm gonna find this out. He played Santa. He can't be. He's probably not that Jewish.
He's not that Jewish. He played Santa. That is true. That is actually a really fair point.
Let's see. Do you know Mac Miller? Are you a fan of Mac Miller?
Yep, love him. I'm huge inspiration. I love him.
So there's this movie coming out called Good News, and it was kind of based on the music on his last album.
I love that song.
And let's see. Machine Gun Kelly is supposedly making a movie called Good News, which is kind of loosely inspired by Mac Miller in a way, and it's a fictional account of the final days of a young, talented, albeit troubled musician. And
Mm.
and it says that it's noted to be inspired by Mac Miller, Lil Peep, Pop Smoke, and Juice World. So all these artists who died really young. And I got a lot of backlash for this because people are like, they shouldn't be using these people's names for publicity now at this point, especially
Mm-hmm.
for a story like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Mac Miller's brother came out and was like, this is incredibly distasteful. Like you need to change the title at least. And so now they are going to change the title from Good News, but um I think it's very interesting that they did drop those names, like the people who actually died, and the producers of Good News. Well, it's not going to be called Good News anymore, but released a statement that said our film is about a fictional musician on the rise with a troubled life. It's not in any way a biopic or based on any artist's true life. We realized the title was, which was intended as an homage to Mac Miller and other artists gone too soon, feels disrespectful. We've heard from many people on social media who have found it offensive. So without hesitation, we will change it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like that Kurt Cobain movie that Gus Van Sant tried to do
Last
called
Days.
Last Days. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I think the same thing happened
Is
where
that
it's
not a
supposed to be
documentary? That's a movie?
no, it's a
Oh,
it's a movie about like him being in the cabin, like what but they couldn't use um Kurt Cobain's name.
right.
So they changed it into something else and people fucking hated it because it is and I kind of agree with this because it is just kind of like romanticizing kind of
Yeah, the tragedies.
glorifying the tragedies. And MGK is a weird choice too. Like he's
Yeah, I
not a
agree.
bad he's not like I think that he's actually a really funny performer. He
So far, they cast
and
him where he needs to be cast, though. Like he's a
yeah,
collaborator with Pete Davidson's movies. It seems like where he just shows
yeah.
up.
Big Time Adolescence especially. Like he was so fucking funny in that movie. But he was in a movie I just watched with Emma Roberts and Dave Franco.
Oh
The
yeah,
Nerve.
Nerve.
And dude, he is awful in that. He is
Yeah.
really, really fucking bad. Him trying to act, like actually act, is terrible. And
Mhm.
honestly, his entire like thing about him right now of like being like a little like overly woke, I guess, is kind of is annoying and kind of obnoxious. So I think he's a weird choice too. So I mean, like this isn't a bad idea though. I think Mac Miller is a great like he
Inspiration.
yeah, and I don't think the thing about him too that is so different from like the other artists that have passed that he was such a positive dude and he didn't have a lot of bad qualms about him besides his like drug addiction stuff. But
Yeah.
nobody, there's never like a time when you see him like pissing, like doing like some Justin Bieber shit where he's like pissing at a mop bucket
Yeah.
and being a total asshole. So seeing something like that, I think would actually be cool and something like and a good change of pace and just show. It depends on the I don't know execution, but it could show like even if you're really sweet and good natured, the business can it can
Overwhelm.
kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it could be a good idea, but what they shouldn't have done is kind of
Name drop all those people.
name drop all those people and just say like, oh, it's the last week of this guy's life. They shouldn't have said that at all. They should have
Yeah.
just said we're doing a movie, characters kind of based off of Mac Miller. You and I in the audience could have made the distinction like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna pass in the end or whatever,
Yeah.
we can do that because we're all smart people and stuff. We don't need someone to just tell us like, I don't know, it just sounds it is pretty distasteful. And I actually kind of agree with
Mac
his
Miller's
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's using a lot of curse words,
he
but
does. He does swear a lot in this statement. Yeah.
but I mean, like I get it though. Like I would be upset too. I mean, like it's like I said before, it's not like Mac Miller, and to compare him to like fucking Lil Peep and shit too
Yeah.
is like, or put him in the same boat as them. Especially Lil Peep, he had a fucking controversial ass career,
Hmm.
and just to put that on the same wavelength is just kind of like,
I feel like the other people that he mentioned too didn't have as long of a career as Mac Miller. Mac Miller
no,
was around for quite a while, and I feel like the other people they mentioned were only around for like a year or two, which was kind of crazy to think about, is that they were around for such a short amount of time. But I think that's the point of this, like a quick rise to fame thing. But Mac Miller wasn't a quick rise. He worked for a
no.
while.
And see, and that's another interesting thing about his career. And I always thought, like, if they did do a biopic on him, I think it would be actually very interesting, because
Yeah.
it's something that it's not like other biopics. Like, he was damaged, but he wasn't. You know, I don't want to repeat myself, but
Yeah.
But so I mean, like, that's a good launching point, and how young he was too, and all that. Like, there are a lot of good components to this, but I think already they kind of shot themselves in the foot, and
Giving everyone a sour taste, kind of.
yeah. Oh, 100%. Now everyone's, even if they aren't going to use, it's like that movie Lost Days, where it's like you get the intention, but you can totally tell, like, oh, you're just banking off of a tragedy, kind of, and it's kind of fucked up. But who knows? Who knows? I think Good News is actually a pretty, like, cool name. I wish that they didn't get rid of that, but I understand it. But even on the IMDb, it says rising, the last days of a rising but problematic musician. Like, Mac Miller wasn't really problematic.
Yeah, Mac Miller wasn't problematic. He had problems internally, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't cause problems for other people. Which
all the problems that he had were to himself and not to anyone else. So that so I can totally see it. I can totally see how this is like. If I was a part of the family too, I would be like, even I'm not even a part of the family. I'm like, oh, fuck you. That's kind of a rude thing to do.
Yeah,
especially for Machine Gun Kelly. Like, they were friends, and not just that, they were friends, and he's best friends with Pete Davidson, who was with Ariana Grande. So there's like a lot of stuff right there that's kind of like,
yeah.
That's a little fucked up, bud. It's a little, and kind of way too soon too.
Yeah, way too soon.
Like, because Mac Miller died like 4 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
I think it's now been like 4 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Okay, 3 years. Yeah.
Sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
He just had he just had a verse come out on a new song though, which is really interesting to hear. He's like on a new.
Oh yeah. I did
hear him again. It's a good song.
Hear about that. I haven't listened to it, but I did hear about that.
The director of this movie, I'm not too familiar with. His name is
I was just looking at his stuff, and
he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other films, and they all seem super like serious movies. And he's written and directed all of his own movies by himself. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, we will see. I hope that it's good. I really do, because I think
hope it's respectful.
Mac Miller's good.
And I hope, I don't know, I've never been blown away by Machine Gun Kelly. Like, he has a movie coming out with Megan Fox and, like, what's his name? John McClane. What's his name?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Thank you. Yes.
Oh no, that's not good.
Detective movie.
That's not
There's
good.
a few trailers for it and stuff. It looks pretty underfunded, where it's just like, what is going on? But it seems like it was supposed to be a vehicle for Megan Fox to be like, I can act, because Megan Fox is trying to become an actress again, like a mainstream actress. She's like, I would love to be in the Marvel series, and it's like, get in line, sister. We all want to be in. We all want to get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, and you need to be a better actor, man.
You need to go take some classes. Yeah, she's dating MGK right now.
Her only her only good movie to me was Jennifer's Body.
That's what I was going to talk about next, is that she expressed interest in reviving Jennifer's Body with a sequel or a TV show. And I was like, all right, well, bank on the only good thing you've made. Which is funny.
Yeah, the only good thing. Yeah, everything else that she's done has been super, super lackluster, and she's just such a bland actress.
Yeah, and they wrote to that with Jennifer's Body, where she's just not really that interesting, but she's just attractive to the people, and that's how she traps them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she's fun in that movie, because they just knew how to utilize her persona. And Even though I know that the marketing for Jennifer's Body and stuff was had a lot of backlash because they wanted to like sell the sex more than the feminist message, but I think I don't know. I thought it was. I remember when the trailers and stuff came out. Uh,
Who's the guy in that? I think I remember. I like the actor in that movie. Let's see. I forgot his name though.
Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, the
This is
nice
Amanda
guy.
Seyfried.
It's Amanda Seyfried, one of her big first breakout roles.
Yeah.
Diablo Cody.
Oh yeah,
Johnny
yeah,
Simmons.
Johnny
I like Johnny
Simmons.
Simmons. That's who it is.
Yeah, it's one of the only good Diablo Cody movies too. That's not. I never count Juno
Before,
because Juno's fantastic.
yeah, before she went under the radar after a while. I feel like Diablo.
Yeah, she because she just started doing the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah, she
Like
did
her
those
and
two movies with Charlize Theron that kind of went downhill. Tully and Young Adult.
oh yeah.
Yeah, after those ones, they kind of were like, let's let her chill for a while on
I
the ideas.
I forgot that she did. I actually really like both of those movies,
I never saw
especially Tully.
I never saw Tully.
Tully's really good. It has one of those endings where you're like, really? But when you think about it and you watch it again, it's actually pretty fucking like it's great. That's a really good movie.
I remember watching Young Adult and being like, "Oh, it's in Minnesota." And I remember seeing Patton Oswalt and the whole scene. Like they have like a intimate scene with Patton Oswalt, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it made me really uncomfortable. And when I saw it at the time,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
because
I
she
remember
has
being
like the
uncomfortable.
flesh colored like pastes on, and it's just like it just was weird to look at. She's like a Barbie or something. It was an awkward sex scene to watch because I think my parents were there and I was still kind of young, and I was like, ah.
Well, also, just seeing Patton Oswalt in the sex scene is kind of
Although I was uncomfortable with Charlize Theron, and I was like,
yeah, yeah,
That's funny.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really liked Young Adult. I saw the movie in the theater with
Mhm.
Aldo,
Oh wow.
and he hated it. He was like, "This is boring," and so
Yeah.
he went to go see Girl with the Dragon Tattoo with William Morrison and some other peeps that we were with,
Yeah.
and like they came
Oh, I
back
remember
like
that
20
kid.
minutes
That's
later.
funny.
It came back like 20 minutes later because it was after like one of like the 60 rape scenes, and they were like, you know what, we're good with
They
just
came
sitting
back
here and
just
watching.
shaking, like
Yeah,
I don't want to go back in there.
they were like, you know what, Young Adult isn't as bad as we thought it was.
That's funny.
But yeah, I remember Aldo's being stressed out and he hated Charlize Theron's character.
Mhm.
Like, she's such a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you get stuck in Minnesota with nothing to do.
Yeah, you know from experience.
Yeah, I had to get out of there quick.
Really quick. Because now I'm going through Diablo Cody's IMDb.
Yeah.
He's attached to rights an Untitled Madonna biopic,
I saw that. Yeah.
and she wrote the Powerpuff Girls
Pilot.
reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pilot, the live action CW TV show. They made the whole pilot and it got denied by the studio.
I
So they're
heard.
reshooting it and they're rewriting it. Because I think we talked about this before, but they put Bubbles in a rehab. They made like Blossom like a slut where she like sends nudes to everyone and stuff all the time. And like I don't even know what they did with Buttercup, but it's just like all these things just didn't work. And
It kind of sounds like what they were trying to do with Scooby Doo. What James Gunn wanted to do with Scooby Doo.
oh yeah.
And then the studio was like, you know what? This is a really bad idea.
Yeah, let's soften this up a little bit, James.
And you can tell when you're watching Scooby Doo, it's like, oh, this was supposed to go a different way.
Yeah, there's a lot of innuendos. There's this
yeah.
clip going around of Sarah Michelle Gellar talking about the movie, and she's like, the reason I wanted to do it was because it didn't conform to any like demographic of boys show or girl show. It was kind of just for everybody, and everybody can enjoy it. And they cussed to Freddie Prinze Jr. and he's like, well, it has a talking dog. Like, why wouldn't you do that? It's just like two different levels of like why they did it. It's really funny. It's just the way they cut it. She's just super deep about it and why she chose it. And he's like, there's a talking dog in it, Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, of course I'm gonna do it.
I remember when I found out that those two were actually married.
Yeah.
And I was so happy.
Yeah. And they're still together too, which is awesome. Everyone and
So happy.
they're growing
Talk
up
about power
together.
couple.
Yes, truly. They know how to do it because they're not like overbearing like in the headlines every week. Like they're just
Yeah,
living
like
their lives at
fucking
this point.
Megan. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Megan Fox and MGK.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every single time I see a picture of them, I'm like, "Ah, you guys are trying so hard
Yeah, they
to
like
look
they
cool for
spend
the
they
kids."
yeah, every time they go out, everything about them's coordinated. It's like, seriously? That seems like a lot of extra work
Yeah,
for
like him
you to
wearing the
get.
nails and stuff. Like I get it. I
Yeah,
respect it. I
painting
like
his
it,
mouth
but
black and
why?
shit with her. Like, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
this shit. Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
all
dude,
publicity.
don't
It's like, ugh.
it's all publicity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And they're in a movie
it's
together too. They're just like, we're gonna be that couple in movies now. And it's I don't
yeah.
know, I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, we're just gonna do some movies with each other. And yeah, weren't they in both of the I Know What You Did Last Summers? Wasn't it that or maybe not.
I
Yes,
don't
it was.
I think is it? I haven't seen those
Yep.
ones yet. All right, was that kind of like a parody type slasher movies, kind of like Scream, where it was kind of meta?
Yeah, it's written by Kevin Williamson
Oh, I didn't know
or
that. Okay.
Williamson. I don't remember.
A
But
friend of mine, or a girl I went to high school with, is working with him on a new project.
oh,
Are you
nice.
on his page, Kevin?
No, but I can be very, very quick.
Someone I went to high school with, her name is Gideon. She was
Gideon.
she was the nerdy girl with glasses in blockers.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, she went to my high school and she was in my graduating class, and she's really nice.
Oh,
And her mom is Pamela Adlon, who was the voice, or she was
the
associated
mom
with Louis
and
C.K. for a while, and she was also has a TV show on FX or whatever.
I love
So her
her.
daughter is went to my school, and we were in the same graduating class, and she's super cool. But she's doing a movie by Kevin Williamson called Sick. It's a pandemic movie. Due to the pandemic, Parker and her best friend decide to quarantine at the family lake house alone, or so they think. So it's
Da,
gonna be
da,
like
da,
a.
da, da.
That's all I know about it. But it was really cool to see her cast in something with Kevin Williamson. She was like, "It's a dream come true," and I'm like, "That's awesome, good for her."
Yeah, he's a very he's such a tween dramatic
Yeah,
writer.
he was the
But I love how
showrunner
he's
for the
just
Vampire Diaries for a while. I was like,
and
what?
yeah, and Dawson's Creek.
Oh yeah, Dawson's
Um
Creek.
yeah, so yeah, he it's so that's like he's so perfect. He's such a funny writer because you can totally tell he does not take himself seriously at all.
Mhm. Yeah.
But he just has fun writing his movies, and even if they are far fetched, like Teaching Mrs. Tingle is like so it's such a stupid movie, but I love pretty much every moment of that.
Was it the
Pretty
third
much the
Scream that he
only
didn't write? They took it away from him.
yeah
Scream
yeah the
3,
third
kind
one
of.
they took away, and then
Yeah.
they took that one away, and then they gave him H2O, that Halloween movie,
Oh wow, he did
and then they
H2O.
took that away.
That's
No, but
hilarious.
then they took that away from him. He was only credited as being a
The
producer.
story. Oh, producer. Okay.
No, and then he did that one Wes Craven movie, Cursed,
Oh,
which
Christina Ricci.
which which they took that away from both of them.
He always has a
So
good story, but he starts to fumble once he writes stuff.
yeah, no, he didn't work until Curse was the last movie that he did until Scream 4.
Yeah. Became
Which
a
is
showrunner,
like
kind of, I think.
yeah, he's focusing more on TV, which isn't bad. That's what he like a lot of his movies, especially like Teaching Mrs. Tingle, just feels like an extended Dawson's Creek episode.
Mhm.
So it's like he kind of fits the mold in there. But Scream, dude, Scream is that first Scream. That script is so fucking perfect. I don't care how cheesy it is. That is one of my favorite scripts of all time. I think that it's such a fun
He
movie.
said he pumped it out really quick too. He's just like,
You can tell.
yeah. So I like that though. Sometimes not overthinking things work.
Yeah, and it seems like that everybody was on the same page too. Like
Mhm.
even if the dialogue was cheesy, everyone was like, "Well, it's supposed to be like this
Yeah.
is we're making fun of horror movies."
Yeah.
This is
I mean, that
actually
would have been what world would we live in, do you think, if they kept the title Scary Movie? That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
And
well,
then we would never get
probably.
scary movies, or maybe they would call it something. But yeah, that's just interesting to me. That is the first title was scary movie,
Yeah, they would have called it just horror flicks.
horror flicks. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I was just watching Scary Movie 3 the other day, and I don't know why that movie gets so much shit. I was cracking up.
Scary Movie
The
3,
movie's
that's the
funny.
first one I saw like consciously, like when I was growing up. Like I had seen the other ones in the background probably. Like I remember shots
Hmm.
and stuff, like what's up and stuff. But the third one was the first one I was like, this is, and I was found myself watching through and through and laughing. That was also like my first impression of Anna Faris. And I was like, I didn't know she was
Yeah,
wait, I didn't know she was in the other ones at the time because I didn't know names and actors at that time. But and I
yeah,
went back and she was like, she's in
she's
these ones too. Wow.
yeah, she was in every one besides the fifth one, which the
Yeah.
fifth one is shoo, hoo, 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 hoo,
Is that
hoo.
when I have
I
Simon
even like
Rex? Because he's in the
yes, but
fourth one, I believe.
it also has a fucking Ashley Tisdale trying to be
Oh,
the
the new
yeah.
titular character.
It's so bad. That movie's so bad. Like I think like the Scary Movie 3 and 4 get a lot of shit for no reason, but they're just fun, stupid movies. But Scary Movie 5, yeah, give that movie all the shit in the world.
I wanted
That
to
movie
talk about
sucks.
this movie with Simon Rex, like a couple, like I think last episode, but Simon Rex is doing a movie with Sean Baker, who did the Florida Project, I believe, and
Interesting.
Tangerine, and this movie, and like it stars Simon Rex, and it's called Red
Interesting.
Rocket, and it comes out this year. And if you know Sean Baker, his movies are pretty intense, like themes. But this movie stars or goes as Mikey Saber as a washed-up porn star who returns to his small Texas hometown. Not that anyone really wants him back. And it's Simon Rex in a serious role. Wasn't Simon Rex like a real? Didn't he? Wasn't he like a porn star in real life too?
No, he's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
He's he's a rapper named Dirt Nasty, and he was really big when like I was like,
Oh, he did. No, he did
yeah.
star. He was a porn star before he was
Oh, he
famous.
was.
Yeah, and
He
he
legitimately
appeared
was.
in some pornographic solo scenes in a series of straight-to-video gay porn. Hmm.
Oh,
So I
damn.
wonder if they like wrote it
Okay.
together or inspired by him, or if he just was like his agent was like, dude, this sounds just like you, because it's written by Sean Baker and this guy named Chris Burgoch, who was a collaborator for the Florida Project and um, Tangerine and stuff. So, I mean, Sean Baker is a Academy Award chaser, I believe, not in the intentional way, but like he gets recognition whenever he makes something.
Yeah. Well, the
So
Florida Project, man, great, and Tangerine was great too.
yeah,
Like
did he
he
shoot
has a good
Tangerine on
eye.
an iPhone? I
Yeah.
think he did, which he Steven
Yeah.
Soderbergh did, which was cool.
Exactly. Hell yeah, dude. Well, good. Good for him. Good for Simon Rex. Damn, dude. Well, good for
Yeah,
Simon Rex. That's out of fucking nowhere.
yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking
crazy.
too. I'm like, I remember liking him in Scary Movie 4. Was it? Was that the one with Charlie Sheen? That's they make fun of signs, or is that 3?
No, that was scary. That's Scary Movie 3.
That's I
Yeah,
like
no,
that one, and he
he's hysterical in
parodies.
that.
Yeah, I like that one actually, and I liked him in that. And I was like, where is this guy? What is this? Who is
My
this? Who is this?
favorite, yeah. My favorite part is when he's watching Anna Faris's nephew, and she comes in and he's passed out, and she's like, "What are you doing? Where is he?" He's like, "I don't know. We were just playing this game." And then he looks down and he realizes he has Yahtzee. He's like, "Yahtzee!" And he hits his head on
Yeah, he
and then he
stands
passes
up.
out. Dude, his comedic timing was so funny. And
Yeah.
I have a dream. What's your dream? To have a dream. You just hate me because I'm black. No, he has some of my favorite lines.
Oh wow, Simon Rex was in another parody horror movie called Shriek. If you know what I did last Friday the 13th.
Well, see, that's what I was
I
just gonna
remember seeing
say.
the
So
cover of that.
that movie and a scary movie.
Yeah.
That's why the Jason Friedberg and Aaron, those guys that do like epic movie and date movie and shit like
Yeah.
that. So they wrote the script for that one.
Yeah,
And
as a competitor.
well, no. Miramax bought it out, and they
Oh.
instead of like remaking it, they just basically like stole most of like some of their ideas and put them in scary movies. So that's the only
funny.
reason why they
Like
got credit.
we're gonna release this to DVD and then we're gonna make our own movie and put it in theaters. Because that was a
Basically,
straight to
which if
DVD movie.
yeah, if I were those guys, I would have done exactly what they did too. Like, you know what? You guys really fucked us. We're going to now make the worst movies you can ever think of. How can you do that? You just did epic movie and date movie. Oh, we got disaster movie, yo. We have
Yeah.
vampires suck, yo. What else do you have? What else do you have? Oh man, don't you worry. You remember the Hunger Games? We got the Starving Games, yo.
Oh yeah, they're still and super fast. I think that's one of them.
Yeah, best night ever. Dude, oh my god. Have you heard dude? The title for their next movie, that was kind of funny.
Which one?
Star Wars Episode XXXIVE equals MC2, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi Who Went Rogue.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like that's someone gets paid the big bucks just to come up with the title.
And dude, oh my god. And the synopsis on IMDb is a Star Wars spoof movie where the directors don't even know what the word parody means.
That's funny.
Yeah, they don't have a cast for that. I'm sure that that's not happening. Oh my god, there's more. There's more. Oh my god. From the hacks who are so irrelevant, they don't even have their pictures on IMDb or anywhere. Comes their latest exploit of a genre beaten like a dead horse. Witness the obvious lack of effort through a script that thinks putting people in horrible costumes of the most popular movies at the time when kicking them in the balls or putting them through bad slapstick is still somehow funny.
Wow.
They also cast amateur D-list. This is on IMDb. This is someone's synopsis. This is what they put as a synopsis. They also cast amateur D-list comedy actors who failed in their demo reels for Saturday Night Live and just need something for the bills. And the movie will be so dated by pop culture references that you'd forget the film literally seconds out of seeing it. Yeah. That's funny. Like these guys could get filmed back into a movie theater again. But anyway, come see this insulting pile of filth when it hits your local dumpster. That's hysterical. I love that somebody took their time and was like, you know what? I'm gonna
fix this.
I'm gonna fix this. But whoever did that is fucking right. They don't even have their they don't have their pictures anywhere.
That's super accurate. That's funny.
Which is probably for the best. Like you know what? They're probably not real people.
They're probably pseudonyms of people who just don't want their names credited.
I'm actually now curious what they look like.
Interesting.
I gotta now. I have to know now.
All right. I have time for one more story. Let's see. Which one am I going to choose?
Choose them wisely.
Do you want an Owen Wilson superhero movie, or do you want to talk about Tarantino or Vin Diesel? Those are my options.
Owen Wilson, please.
Okay.
I will go for, or who is Owen Wilson?
Who is Owen
for $400?
So this one, I wanted to talk about a little bit ago, a few weeks ago, but I didn't have too much information about it. It's a Paramount movie. I think it might come to Paramount Plus, which would be upsetting, but I mean, hey, it's a movie and it has Owen Wilson. It's called Secret Headquarters, and it has Michael Pena as well, which I think is a good team up. It's being pitched around as Home Alone set in a bat cave, in the way of it's a high concept family action movie about a kid who discovers the secret headquarters of the world's most powerful superhero hidden beneath his home and must defend it with his group of friends when villains attack. And it has Michael Pena, Owen Wilson, and I think this guy named Jesse Williams is attached as the villain, who's from, I think he's from, was that medical show? He's in Grey's Anatomy and a few other TV shows. But yeah, it's called Secret Headquarters, and it comes out August 12th, 2022. I like the main two actors who are, I feel like Owen Wilson's going to play the dad of the person who lives above it, and Michael Pena. I don't know what this could be, actually. Because he has the secret headquarters underneath his house.
I am just so happy that Owen Wilson is back.
Yes.
And doing shit again.
I agree. I'm watching him in Loki, and it's good to see him on the screen and act again.
I've heard that he's really good on that show. Oh, dude, this is directed by, did you already mention this? I'm sorry if you did. It's directed by the guys at Project Power.
Oh, sweet.
They also did
Headquarters.
Yeah.
Nice.
They also did Nerf, and they also did Paranormal Activity 3 and 4. Let's not talk about that. But I really, really, really liked Project Power.
I like the way
Like
Project
that
Power
movie,
looked too. That's another MGK movie. Machine Gun
great.
Kelly's in that.
Yeah, but he dies. He dies pretty early
Spoiler.
on. It
But
though.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
just in one scene. He
I
ODs.
love. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he wasn't bad in that because I didn't even recognize him until
Yeah, he's
I
all
found out
CGI in it.
afterwards.
He's all CGI in it.
Dude, yeah, no, Project Power is a lot of fun. So this sounds like it could be like in kind of like the same vein as that, but a little bit more funny.
Yeah, they have all the kids cast, but they're not memorable names except for Keith L. Williams. I believe he was in Good Boys. And people might recognize him if they see the photo that I put up.
I what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, this is also produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. So
Oh
I
yeah, it's a
wonder if
Bruckheimer
this is.
production. Yeah, I didn't.
I
have
wonder
no-
if this is like going to like tie in some way.
Ooh, the
For,
cinematographer is Larry Fong, who is a very good cinematographer. He did the Predator, the Tomorrow War. Well, those aren't well very good examples. They look good. Now you see me, director of photography for Kong, Skull Island, Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, Sucker Punch, Super 8, Watchmen, 300. So
Wait a second, dude.
he's
He's
a
also going to be doing the Chippendale Rescue Rangers live action CGI
that's
hybrid
by the
movie.
Lonely Island guys. That's directed
Yeah.
by Akiva Schaffer. And it stars Andy Samberg as Dale and John Mulaney as Chip and Dale. That was announced a while ago, and it's probably almost done then.
I want that.
It's a live action version with probably, what do you call that again? That type of animation?
Live action, animated hybrid.
Hybrid.
Kind
That's
of
the word I'm
bullshit.
looking for. Yeah, hybrid. It's gonna be a hybrid.
I hope it's not going to be. I hope that they just focus on the
I think it's a Disney Plus movie, but I think it's. Yeah, I hope it's good.
I hope they just focus on the Rangers though, and they don't have like fucking like
James Marsden. He's just walking around.
Dude, I swear to God, if James Marsden does it, man, I'm going to lose my shit.
I don't think
I'm gonna call him.
credited already. I think they already have the cast for that, so there's already people on it.
I'm gonna call him though. If he does do it, I'm gonna send him an email and be like, "Bud,
stop doing hybrid movies. Just stick with
you're
Sonic.
good.
That should be your only one.
You're a good actor, homie. You're a good singer. He was a great singer in Hairspray. Don't do it, bud. Anyways, secret headquarters.
It doesn't seem like they have, or Chip and Dale the Rescue. They don't have any big actors for the live action people. It looks like they're all just no names, and then just John Mulaney and Andy Samberg. So I think they will just focus on them. Hopefully, it looks like, because if they were going to focus on human characters, they would cast bigger characters. I feel like. But
yeah, it says here that Seth Rogen's going to make a cameo appearance too.
Oh, all right. I guess that's okay.
Don't you love it when people announce that the cameos?
He's gonna be in a surprising cameo. Not anymore.
Yeah. Seth Rogen is gonna be in a surprise role. Oh wait, shit. Did we just say surprise? Fuck, guys. Okay. Just kidding.
We cut him out. He's not in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oopsie daisy, Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
I think that's our show.
Oh yeah,
cool.
And answer to yet another text message. He backpedaled hardcore after my message. He backpedaled.
Sorry, wrong number.
Yeah, I love it when people like flip out and then like once like I learned this from my brother. I learned this from my brother where like don't get like, especially if you know for a fact what people are saying is bullshit, do not come off defensive. Like just literally just start using big words and be super mature about it, and then they'll immediately be like, oh well, because now he's like, oh well, I didn't realize, now you put it that way. Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. I'm just kidding. As I just said all that, guys, you have to just be mature. Now I'm just talking shit on you on my podcast.
His name is, his Instagram account is, you go scream at him.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So I'm just sitting there being like, you gotta take the mature route, but I'm talking about it on what hot shit am I on right now, dude? Who the hell do I think I am? All right, well, sweet, dude.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to podcasts, and yeah, tell your friends about everything that we do.
We should
probably can't even hear that.
we should have the mics right on our mouths all the time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the History of Popcorn. I am your. Did we do a intro?
Oh, we didn't introduce our names, but yeah, I said welcome to History of Popcorn, your secret public movie club. But I didn't say our names, so hopefully no one forgot.
Damn.
Hell with it.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
So if people
I'm
follow
Elijah.
us, they know. And I'm Justin. And this was the show. It was great to do this.
Yes. great to do it again.
Join us next week when we talk about maybe Vin Diesel, maybe some other people. Pauly Shore again, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about Pauly Shore. Well, sweet dude.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I got to.
You just, what happened there?
I just turned back into someone else, like my body just like transported.
You just look so confused by that. You just
no, I have
I didn't know my hands could make that noise.
I have some weird scab on my
It felt like a little stab to your hand. Oh.
What is the meaning of this?
That was funny. All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
only for you, Elijah.
Next one. I'll talk to you in the next one.
Sounds good, dude.
Bye, guys.
Adios.
See you next week. Everyone have a good week. Bye.
I wonder if Kurt Russell's Jewish.
You're like, I'm gonna find this out.